Hi there. Do you love playing your instrument in band or orchestra? Do you love singing in choir or as a soloist in your church? Do you enjoy writing music and lyrics at the piano? Do you record concerts? Are you the next Chance the Rapper or Miley Cyrus? Do you want a life of performing or creating music, but you're not sure how to achieve that, or what the opportunities may be for you? Are you, like I was in high school, unable to conceive of a life without music? Well, that's why we've developed these short videos, Music Paths to Higher Education, to open windows on many career and college opportunities in music, to help you choose a music career that best matches your skills and interests, and to get you started on your way there. First, a little bit about me. I am Gene Collerd, and I play clarinet with the Chicago Philharmonic and have done so for many years. I have also been a conductor, a private teacher, and an administrator at the University of Illinois at Chicago for many more years. And there I supervised admissions to our music programs and advised music students for many years. This first video is about careers in music performance. In later video segments, I will focus on other careers and on how to choose colleges for music and prepare for admission. If in my chat I slip and say BA or B Music Ed, I mean a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Music Education, perhaps a Bachelor of Fine Arts, an undergraduate degree from college. If I say undergraduate or undergrad, it's the same as if I say college. Follow your heart is always my best advice to students, because that's where we all do our best work and where we should take our chance. But I always say, in addition to students and parents, be realistic about your abilities and about job opportunities after graduation. So let's start with performance, where the typical degree is a Bachelor of Music. It can also be a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Fine Arts. One of you sees yourself playing in a large symphony orchestra, working 52 weeks a year with paid vacation, and another of you sees yourself singing in Hamilton on Broadway 8 shows a week. Others want to be the next Beyonce or John Legend with tours and music videos and CDs that captivate audiences. And these are great dreams. Keep them. I want to show you that there is more to performance career than meets the eye. I also need to explain that there is a reality of talent and competition out there in the world that we cannot ignore. So if you have your heart set on becoming a classical performer, think broadly about your goals within this specialty. I'm going to ask a few questions to show you a range of possible career paths within performance. Do you want to play concerts in a symphony orchestra? Do you want to play or sing in Broadway shows? Would you like performing in a theater pit for operas or ballets? How about a military band or orchestra career, which can offer consistent long-term work with guaranteed salary and benefits? Do you want to sing opera? Do you want to have a solo career and tour a lot? Or do you prefer to perform only chamber music in a small group setting? Are you interested in being part of a new music ensemble, performing the latest creations by contemporary composers? Now, I just breezed through some of the more consistent career paths that performers follow. I want you to get a sense of the breadth of the field and the avenues to performance work. You don't have to answer these questions today, or even when you start your college work. But begin contemplating your interests, goals, and your needs as you work with your private teachers now and in college. While some artists find full-time work in one of these performance areas that I just mentioned, it is the exception rather than the rule. As a teacher said to me when I started studying with him after college, sometimes a player earns a full-time orchestra position. And his emphasis was on sometimes, because he wanted me to be clear about where I was putting my hopes, my dreams, my financial investment, and most of all my work effort. Because most of the time, a good performer does not earn a full-time, lifelong position. That's just the reality that we live with. In fact, most performing musicians must be hired by several different organizations working part-time at each in order to earn sustainable income. This is sometimes called freelancing. Sometimes it's the linking up of several permanent part-time jobs. And many performers supplement performance earnings with private or institutional teaching, or they also work a non-music job. A professional singer, for example, may play some roles in shows or a small opera company, but often depends on singing in a paid church choir, as well as in a professional choir, and doing some private teaching during the week to make ends meet. To assemble this kind of career, most classical performing takes place in large cities like New York, Chicago, Boston, Washington, D.C., or Los Angeles. Smaller cities may have links to a regional orchestra, they might have a chamber music series, and perhaps some touring companies come through that need musicians, but the work seasons in smaller cities is short and broken up. Professional choruses are even rarer outside of big cities. So it's important to think about whether you are willing to live or relocate to where the music work and the audience exist. Now, of all the career paths I described, performance is the most competitive. There are so many instrumentalists and singers being trained all over the world, and opportunities for a single job, full-time employment are shrinking. Because of the difficult, intensely competitive audition process, once a full-time performance job is filled by a musician, players are slow to move on and very late to retire. So the turnover of full-time performance jobs in music is sluggish. I try to paint reality for you, but don't stop practicing and pursuing performance now. You are young and emerging, and it's the determination that you put into practicing and studying from right now until you graduate from college that will reveal your true readiness for a performance career. Performing is demanding but exciting. It's a richly rewarding endeavor with many facets. Just enter it aware with eyes wide open. Now, for jazz or pop performance, you also need to live near a large city where there is substantial audience for your music and where there are clubs and venues to perform in. You will join a combo or start your own group and become self-promoting while in college or soon afterward. You may also earn money as a classical or show player and do some private teaching to make ends meet. So when you are in college, if you're there for jazz or pop music, try to do some classical training as well, because that may become very useful in combining work once you're out in the field. Many jazz and pop musicians find full or part-time work performing on cruise ships, and they may also tour as backup musicians for lead singers or top solo instrumentalists. In a big city, there will be a professional big band or two. These are not always paying gigs, but they are great fun, and they're a terrific way to network with other musicians. In a jazz and pop music career, look forward to as much composing and arranging as you want. Your own music is a great way to give your group a unique sound and personality. Many college jazz studies programs now exist where you can earn a Bachelor of Music in Jazz. But it's possible to study jazz in college within other degree programs as well. You just have to examine what options exist in a potential college program that you might be looking at. Colleges with popular music undergraduate programs are much fewer, but they do exist, and they frequently exist where there's also an excellent jazz program. This concludes this video segment. Thank you for watching. For information on concerts and programming in the current Chicago Philharmonic season, please go to chicagophilharmonic.org.